It has been said that a person cannot know himself until he knows where he's been. The same is true with political parties. My name is Kachouroff, and I am an attorney in Virginia. But you know what? I'm irrelevant. I don't matter. What matters is the message of our party. And now is the time for remembering where that message comes from. Do you remember what it meant to have the conscience of a conservative? Well, let's hit it quickly. Cut taxes for everyone. Don't replace the taxes. Cut the size of the federal government. Cut entitlement programs and not enact new ones. We are pro-Second Amendment, pro-life. We don't intervene in the affairs of other nations. We believe in free trade, but we believe also not only in strong national security, but a strong national sovereignty. The conscience of a conservative reveres the Constitution. He admires the wisdom of our founding fathers. It has been said that in this vote harvesting season, that there is one issue for conservatives, for Republicans, and the issue is this: are we going to embrace those principles of self-government, or are we going to abandon the American Revolution and confess that the Constitution is irrelevant? If we do, there's a few folks over there, a few miles away in D.C., who are more than happy to centrally plan our lives because we can't do it ourselves. They're already telling us to trade some of our freedom for security. They're telling us that we have to suffer some government intrusion into our lives. We are taxed more. Folks, not only are we taxed more, we have a dollar that is weak. We have a dollar that binds less. We have a dollar with another hidden tax. It's called inflation. Let me say this. We are squandering our heritage. We are squandering our inheritance.
Yes.
And we are stealing from our posterity, from my children, your children. The whole time we are descending in Congress down to the heap of socialized medicine. Why?
Why?
Why? Well, I'm going to tell you. A few choice people. A few choice people have cloaked themselves with the mantle of conservative. And as quote-unquote conservatives, they have chosen to embark on a policy of hold the line in the place where the last liberal moved it. Whoa. Too harsh. Remember Republican? Remember conservative? 1980, we wanted to abolish the Department of Education. It was on the Republican Party platform, wasn't it?
Yes.
In the year 2000, we removed it. And not only did we remove it, we increased the department's budget by $300 million. When the year before, it lost and couldn't account for about $200 million. Hold the line. Folks, it is under this cloak of conservatism that we have experienced the single largest increase in the federal government since the time of LBJ. And conservatives and Republicans have been at the helm. Our founding fathers warned us, those people who give up a little bit of that security, or their freedom for security, they deserve neither of these things. There is a man here who is a true conservative, a man who is a champion of the Constitution. This man is a doctor. He's delivered over 4,000 babies. He's pro-life. Not only is he pro-life, he's against socialized medicine. And he has never dined at the trough of Medicaid and Medicare payments from his own patients. The man that I speak of has been named the taxpayer's best friend by the National Taxpayers Union. He has been named the taxpayers' hero by the Citizens Against Government Waste. I'm sure you all know the Club for Growth. The Club for Growth has stated that this man, that his reputation for taxes, regulation, and political speech is, in a word, superb. In 10 terms of Congress, this man has never, and I repeat, never raised taxes, never voted for a balanced budget, never voted for congressional payroll. And he refuses to take part in that lucrative congressional federal pension. He doesn't do it. He's against amnesty. He's never voted for against the Second Amendment. And I got to tell you, this man has little interest in streamlining the government, for he intends to cut his size. He's not going to inaugurate new programs. He is going to cancel the old ones. Folks, I'm an airborne infantryman, former airborne infantryman. Woo! But I'm going to tell you something. We have been looking for a man such as this to represent our active duty military. Well, guess what? We can't, because they've already chosen him as their man. This particular individual, hear me, has more contributions from active duty military men and women than any candidate, Democrat or Republican. Now, there was a long shot once, and I know you all remember him well. A long shot by the name of Ronald Reagan. And he identified who this man was. He said, and I quote, "Ron Paul is one of the outstanding leaders fighting for a stronger national defense. As a former Air Force officer, he knows well the needs of our armed forces, and he always puts them first. We need to keep him fighting for our country." End quote. Yes. Yes, Ron knew Ron. Who are we to disagree with Ronald Reagan? Briefly, look. Ron Paul has been married to Carol for 50 years. Wow. 18, we start off with his children. 5 children, 18 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. The message itself is flawless. The garment of Ron Paul's message is seamless throughout. And that's why Barry Goldwater Jr. endorsed Ron Paul for president. All right. I urge you to vote for Ron Paul because he's the only candidate that the Founding Fathers would have claimed as one of their own.